Happy New Year, everyone! Welcome back to Salty Fresh Reefer. Last video, I did a quick introduction to our water box aquarium, and now I'm going to show you our coral quarantine tank. After having problems with pests getting into a previous tank, we have learned the best route for us to take is to quarantine everything. We quarantine fish, coral, and inverts. We quarantine for at least 3 months. That gives us a good time frame to watch for hitchhikers and disease trying to make their way into our display tank. When quarantining fish, we do not initially medicate. We observe, then medicate only if necessary. Making sure the fish is fit and healthy when at the supplier is a must. That's not to say the fish won't get sick anyway, but all we can do is try our best to minimize this happening. When adding these corals into the display tank, we will be dipping them in groups. This group here are the Hammers and a Duncan. These guys have been role model citizens, not bringing in any hitchhikers. This acan here is on its way out. This is actually the second acan to flourish and then deteriorate quickly. We have tried moving it for flow and light changes. If you have any other suggestions we could try, we would love to hear them. This SPS coral was sold to us as a green Dallas, which I now do not think it is. If anybody does know what this little beauty is, please leave us a comment. This group of gonies will be dipped together. The red one has nice white tips on the end of its polyps, and the tiny frag on the bottom right is a green glitter goni and has had great growth since being in the quarantine. I've named it Gigi. This group is the Ricks, mushrooms and zoas. Some of the zoas came with aptasias. One of the mushrooms came with bipropsis, which actually took about 6 weeks to initially show up. It spread to one other coral before being successfully medicated. This scully has had an up and down ride due to dipping for bristle worms, but hopefully it's back on track now. Behind it we have a toxic green lobo and a pink rick to the side. This one here is a nice Florida rick. We haven't come across many of them for sale here in Melbourne, but I'm looking for another one just to keep this one company. This dish we acquired after a night of drinking and an online auction. In my mind, it was going to be a cute 2 inches across, but it's at least 8. It's a beast. I'm still not 100% sure about it. It's given us a lot of grief with bristle worms, but it's slowly growing on me. These 2 tank-bred clowns have been the only impulse buy when it comes to fish. They were just so cute, I couldn't resist. We didn't have a fish quarantine tank set up, so that's why they are in here. For flow in the tank, we have a Tunzi NanoStream powerhead on 2 second at 30% power. Here is a couple return nozzles that are fed by a Cis Syncra 1.5 return pump. Lighting is a Kessel A360 Tuna Blue LED. We had a HD prime light that made the corals pop, but it unfortunately died. Now in the cupboard we have an RO reservoir that feeds the tank via a Tunzi Nano ATO. There's a whole bunch of testing equipment and some unorganized wires, which I've been planning to organize, but once you close the cupboard it looks clean and I forget about them. In the return chambers is a Tunzi 9004 skimmer on one side, and then on the other side we have a media basket with some sponge and marine pure balls. The tank itself is an innovated Marine Fusion 40. It actually holds about 33 gallons or 125 liters in this form. Now this is some of the medications and treatments we have used. Vibrant is a great product for eliminating bits of bubble algae that pop up. However, almost instantly after adding it to the tank, our gold tip elegance went into hiding and never recovered. It might have just been bad timing, but I was really gutted either way. Aptasia X works instantly and is a great product for getting rid of Satan's spawn. After noticing bipropsis on a couple of frags, we added the Flux RX at the recommended dosage on the box. Within 72 hours, there was progress, and 2 weeks later, no sign of it at all. And that is Simba the cat. Thanks for watching Salty Fresh Reefer. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll try not be so slack and get some more out to you soon.